I love when in books like they have opening lines like this, and this literally it's just so funny. It says, for all the food lovers out there who burn popcorn in the microwave, would be too strong if we could cook too. Isn't that funny? I think it's funny. Anyway, I'll keep reading. For the last time. Okay, I'm pretty sure my camera is broken, but I don't know when was the last time that I talked to you guys. I haven't talked to you guys yet. I'm currently reading The 7-Year Slip by Ashley Poston, and I'm this far in it. So I've passed 100 pages. I'm actually like 130 in-ish, kind of 28, whatever, 128. And I am loving it. I am loving it so much. I feel like it's such a comfort book. And I don't know, but like it's officially fall now, which is great. And there was a little breeze this morning while I was reading, and it just gave the setting. Anyway, I was saying that it's such a comfort book, and I'm feeling the 5 stars. I don't know if the other half of this book is gonna be as good as the first half because something happened. It's very fast-paced. Like, I find myself not wanting to stop reading it, which is like, it's been rare lately because I haven't found a book yet that just like is making me want to read as long as possible. Like, literally, I was reading it also yesterday. I didn't give you an update because I was reading it and I had to leave last night. And I had to get ready, and I literally put a timer, not a timer, I put like an alarm, and I just kept delaying it because I wanted to read this book. It's a great sign, right? So I'm really loving it, and it's set in New York City, which is like so nice. I love it. It mentions a lot of like New York places, so it's easy to imagine things. And the guy in the book, he's like so cute. I usually like some more messed up guys that then turn good, but he's like good from the start. He's a chef, which is great. Have I talked about this book? Clementine, which is the the woman. She's a woman. She inherits her aunt's apartment, which is like, she's a cool, very cool aunt. And she had a very young personality, very out there, very like hippie kind of. So anyways, like, this aunt is very cool, and so is her apartment. So basically she moves in after her aunt dies, and basically she meets this man that was inside her apartment. The only thing is that it was 7 years prior. So it's basically some kind of like time travel thing, and things happen. They become close, and it's very cute. A lot of like deep talks, which I really like. I love when there's like those very deep conversations about just life in general. And yeah, no wonder why it's blowing up, actually. But I hope I will not get disappointed because this is very close to being a 5 stars and one of my favorite books.
I don't want you, not anymore.
Okay, so literally like kicking my feet, laughing. Not really laughing right now, but something happened in the book, and I mean, not something, but like something. Fuck, I don't know how not to spoil anything, but if you read the book, you know what I'm talking about. Chapter 19, by the end of it, wink wink, the feeling that I felt reading that sentence I've never felt it before in my entire life. Like, I don't know why I'm feeling this way, but this book is making me feel things. And I love it. Like, literally my heart just reached my throat for one sentence. Anyway, I have 100 pages left of this book, and it's literally getting better and better. It's flying by so fast, and I don't want it to end, and I really hope that somebody's gonna make a movie out of it, because I think it's just gonna be just so great. And I only have 100 pages left. Pretty sorry about that, but don't mind how I look right now. I finished this 7-year slip, which it was amazing. I loved it so much. It's a really fun, fast-paced. For me, it was a little bit slow right at the end, which is weird because usually like it's the opposite. I don't know why I was not feeling it at the end. I just wanted to get to the point. Just few chapters that I thought they were slow, and I did not really understand why they were in it. But there was so many good quotes. I literally like annotated it a little bit, and it was so cute. It was not cheesy at all, in my opinion, which like sometimes I really don't like that. It felt real. Like, it felt not too much. It was very lighthearted. It was fun, and the time travel thing was very interesting. Even the conversations between the main two characters, it was very fun. I really liked it. I really liked it. I don't think it's a 5 stars for me, because it didn't give me that, you know, 5-star feeling by the end of it. But it's definitely a really good book, and I definitely recommend it, and I understand why is it so popular, because it's really good, and it's literally perfect for fall. Like, it's very cozy because it talks about food, it talks about, you know, restaurants and New York City, and this very cute cozy apartment, and it's just like, it's cozy. It's very cozy, so I would highly recommend it to read it during the season. I'm sure like this is one of those books that I would reread, only because like it was so cute. It made me tear up a little bit, but in a good way, not in a bad way. So I don't know, it made me feel really good, so I'm happy. Now I have the other 3 books, which is One Dark Window, The Naturals, and Devine Rivals. I'm feeling fantasy, so either Devine Rivals or One Dark Window. I don't know which one though. I have to clean my apartment, so I think I'm gonna start with Devine Rivals, and I'm gonna start with the audiobook. I've been wanting to read Devine Rivals for literally the longest time, so I'm so excited. Next book, it's Devine Rivals by Rebecca Ross. I'm gonna start it with an audiobook because I have a couple things to do, but I really want to start reading, so I'm gonna do that, and I'll update you in the next clip, literally. So bye. I wanted to update you on Devine Rivals because I don't think I did actually talk about the book at all, and I'm literally at page 184. Like, I had to go out and do some stuff, so I was listening to it, and I can't do it. I can't be around the city and just like have my headphones on and listening to a book. Like, I literally cannot follow anything, so I might have to go back a few chapters and reread it again. It's good. It's probably like a 4-star or something, which is really good, but it's definitely not a 5-star for me, which is upsetting because I really had high hopes for this. Just like the romance, you know, it's not hitting as much. I thought it was gonna be like more complicated. I don't know why in my head I thought it was gonna be complicated to read, but it's very fast-paced actually. The chapters are very short, and the magic system, I mean, there's not really a magic system, or like there's, I don't know, I still didn't get it. There's not really a magic system, honestly. Like, it's a very simple fantasy to understand. Devine Rivals, it's a fantasy YA about Iris and Roman. Roman is the love interest, and he's like her rival at this magazine that they both work at, and they're just competing to get like the first position, I guess. And then one day she sends letters to Roman, but she doesn't realize that she's sending it to him, because in reality she wanted to send it to her brother, which is at war, because there's also a war going on in this world. They start exchanging these magical letters that they appear in real life. They don't know who the other person is, and in real life they're enemies, I guess, but it's not like enemies like I want to kill you. It's just like enemies in a cute way. Like, they get close pretty quickly, which is something that I don't really like. I love when there's like a lot of banter, and when they, you know, they just like hate each other for longer. And like, it's slow burn. I don't think this is very slow burn at all, to be honest. But the romance is not hitting. I just really like the aesthetic and the writing of this book. I don't know why, but the writing is just like so captivating for some reason. But the romance is not hitting as much, because I love more, I guess, intense hatred between the two characters. But it's cute. It's cute. Like the letters that they exchange, it's very cute. And yeah. But also, I went to get a package, and I was supposed to get 2 books, but on my Amazon it says that I got them both, but I actually didn't. I only got one, which is like the one that I wanted to get anyways. So the one book that I ordered is the XX, which is like a very fall book that I wanted to read and put like in a video for like October, because it's very Halloween-y stuff. And the other one is Powerless. I've seen so many people talking about it, and it's a fantasy with banter and enemies to lovers. So as you could clearly see from this one in my comments for Devine Rivals, I'm very excited to read it. I'm not going to read it in this video, but I'm very excited to read it. And yeah, I'm just like very upset about the XX. Like I don't know what's happening. And also, like, I did something with my hair the other day, but it looks like they're still wet, which is they're not. I don't know. I'm very confused today. It's just like one of those days that I'm like, I don't know what the hell I'm doing with my life. So yeah. But I'll keep reading so that I don't have to deal with it. My cat is like the cutest thing in the world. You make me the happiest person in the universe. You know that. You know how important you are. You don't realize how important you are. See you later. Devine Rivals by Rebecca Ross. First of all, the cliffhanger we have been left with is unacceptable. Like, I need the second book right now, because like things started to get really interesting even with the plot, because I felt like it was a little bit too character driven, which is something that I really liked, but it didn't have a lot of action. I really love the found family aspect. I love the friendships that were made during like the book and stuff. I liked their relationship. I think it was kind of cute, but I feel like I needed a little more. You know, hope we're gonna get that in the second book. Getting into it, I already knew that it's not very action packed. That's why like people kind of compare it to Fourth Wing, but there's literally nothing to compare it to, so I don't understand why people are comparing it. It wasn't really giving. I still liked it, don't get me wrong, like I still really liked it, and I love the two characters. And again, like my favorite thing about this book is probably the letters part was so cute. Like, it was so interested and so invested. So yeah, I don't know how to rate it. I wrote down like 3.5, but it seems kind of low, so I'm gonna tell you at the end of the video, because I already changed the rating for my previous book that I read. So I am going to pick my next read for this video. I have 1 mystery and 2 fantasies. So I have Powerless by Lauren Roberts, which I'm very excited to read it. It's a little thick, so I don't know, because I really have to upload this video. No idea what this is about. I just know that there's really good banter, so that's the only reason why I got it. And then I have One Dark Window. To know that there's like magic cards and there's like a very gothic, dark aesthetic to it, so that was very, very interesting. I love that, you know, that vibe. And then lastly, I have the Natural series, the first book in the Natural series by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. This has been going crazy viral. I've seen it so many times, both like from booktubers and book talkers. I've heard so many people talk about the series, and Jennifer Lynn Barnes created literally one of my favorite series, which is the Inheritance series. I'm pretty sure I'm going to read the Natural, so that we have a romance, we have a fantasy, and now we have a kind of like mystery. I'm going to start with the Natural series next, and yeah. I don't know when's the last time I updated you guys, but I finished the first book of the Natural series and I wanted to give you my final thoughts. I literally already bought the second book because I'm gonna tell you. The first half of the book, I was not really interested on it. Like, I was reading it like that. Like, I was not really understanding a lot of things. Not because it's complicated, I was just not very into it. I was not really interested in the characters. It was mostly about explaining what the Natural was and like the program, and then there was like some parts of main character training in the FBI and like how the whole thing was working and all that. And then the interesting part was like when the mystery thing got involved, and that really got me into it. But the first half, it was not very interesting. The second half was really interesting, and I'm actually very excited to read the rest of the books. It was still fast-paced because Jennifer Lynn Barnes' writing is like very fast, and it's just like a really great writing, and it just goes by very fast. But yeah, so the second half really got me into it. Like, I could not put down the book. I was literally like in the train, just like people talking to me. I was like, hold on a minute, like I have to finish this, you know. I think I'm gonna rate it like 3.5. Not because I didn't like it. Like, 3.5 is not a bad rating. It's just like, I don't like when I have to wait half through a book to get into it. And I'm sure that the next books are gonna be amazing, because that's what also I heard. Even Cassie, the main character, is like more into the program. It's like more like friends with everybody, and she's kind of like getting the rhythm of like the program and how it works, and she's actually into like solving the cases, which at the beginning it wasn't like that. She was like getting into it, and we're getting into like the entire, you know, situation with her, and I didn't really enjoy that. I wanted to go straight to the mystery part. But once the mystery part started and like them actually trying to find the clues and try to solve what was happening, like it got really interesting. So yeah, very good, pretty good, really fast paced. I liked it. I understand why people are getting into it, and it's become so popular, like the entire series, not just this book. I'm really excited to read the rest of the books. Okay. Also, I did my hair. That's why I look different from the first part of the video. Just wanted to put that in. Okay, so I read those 3 books in I don't know how long, because I was in a book slump. So the first book that I read in this vlog or this video is The 7-Year Slip by Ashley Poston. And I actually ended up tabbing a little bit, and I kind of want to reread it. Not right now, but like I want to reread it and like tab it better, because I kind of like tabbed it towards the end. This book, it's one of my favorite books that I've read this year, and I'm very picky with 5 stars. Like, for some people, a 5-star, it's like right away, you just know it right away. But since I'm very picky and I don't want to give 5 stars so easily, I kind of wait. And I literally read this at the end of September, I think, I don't remember, and we're currently in the middle of October, and I can't stop thinking about it. And every single person that I've met, I told them, read this book because it's amazing. Even though they're not into books, I'm like, please read it, and I can't stop thinking about it. So that is a 5 stars, okay? That is a 5 stars. And I wanted to turn into a movie so bad. If nobody's gonna do it, I'm gonna do it at one point in my life. The guy in the book, the love interest, is literally the sweetest human being ever, and is like my new man of the dreams. Like, I want him, I need him. So 5 out of 5 stars. If you have not read it, please do. It's literally so good, and it's nothing like special. It's like very comforting, and it's like one of those books that you pick up when you need just like a little, you know, blanket kind of book. This is a blanket book. Read this, it's amazing, amazing. 5 out of 5. The next book that I read in this video is Divine Rivals by Rebecca Ross, and I was a little disappointed. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Like, I'm even sorry for myself, because if you watched my previous videos, I've talked about this book, like in both of them, saying that it took me so long to find it, which is true. And I really hoped for it to be a 5 stars, which it didn't. It wasn't. It wasn't a 5 stars. It was a 3 stars. So that's very disappointing. But it was so hyped up, and I just didn't care. You know, like, I didn't care about the romance, I didn't care about the characters, I didn't care about the plot. The vibe was really good, and I don't want to give it like a lower rating, because it was still like entertaining, it was still good, it was still like fast-paced. Well, not really fast-paced, but like it was not that slow. Like, it is still, for my like attention span, I still got to read it, and it was still like a great book. Parts of them I actually listened to it because I had a lot to do and I couldn't really sit down and read, but maybe that's what didn't make me love it, because sometimes when I listen to books, like, they kind of lower the rating for me. So I don't know, but I just didn't like, I mean, the romance kind of started too early for me. I really like a very slow burn, and people say that this was a slow burn, but it was not really. It's not a real fantasy. Like, it is fantasy. There is some aspects of fantasy. I don't know, it's just like, I needed more action. But there's a second book coming out, I guess, soon, so I may be reading it. Like, I'm not running to read it because there's so many releases that I want to get into, but eventually I'm gonna read it. I get the vibes. I get that, you know, they're both writers, and their letters are really good. The letters I loved. But I feel like for my own taste, I really like a slow burn. If it's meant to be a slow burn, then it has to be slow, okay? Like, you can't just fall in love in the first half of the book. No, you can't do that. Even though, like, it's more complicated than that, it's not black and white. Guy kind of like, too much, you know, too much, too simping too fast. It's a 3 stars for me. It was a little disappointing, but I'm happy that I read it. Maybe a 2.5 stars? No, 3 stars. I can't, no, that's disrespectful. I can't give it a 2.5. 3 stars, but not like a full 3 stars, you know what I mean? So yeah, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry about this. Maybe the second book will be better, you know? Like, I never give a 5 stars to any first books in a series, especially fantasy series, because usually romance is more like, you know, taking the story of another couple in the book. But like, for fantasy, it's kind of following the same plot. I never gave it a 5 stars, never. So yeah. But either way, that wasn't even close to it, so whatever. The last book that I read was the first book of the Natural series, The Naturals by Jennifer Lynn Barnes, and I gave it a 3.5 stars. Maybe it's gonna be higher than that, because the first half of this book, I was not really into it. I was not very interested, because it was more like of getting to know the characters and getting to know the program and how it worked. And then there was a training, which was really boring in my opinion. I'm sorry, but I didn't really care. And then it got into the mystery part, actually like solving a cold case. Like from the half of this book till the end, it was so interesting that I couldn't put it down. The minute that I closed this book, I went on Amazon and bought the second one because it was just like, I need to know what's gonna happen. I need more of those characters, and I'm so excited for the rest of the books because I've heard really great things about the other books in the series. I read the synopsis of the second book and I already know what's going on. So that's fun. I love series. I love series. Not reading the first book, but I love continuing series, if that makes sense, because I just don't have to get into it because I'm already in it, you know? Recap. Little recap of the 3 books that I read. 5 stars, 3 stars, 3.5. Actually, 3.75 stars. Yeah, I changed it again. If you want me to read any other books, popular books on BookTok right now, let me know, because I love doing those videos. Every time I'm on TikTok and everybody's talking about how much they love certain books, I'm like, I have not read it. So yeah, but yeah, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for other fun videos in the future. I'm very excited, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.